Howdy friends, Connie here from Blissfully Creative. Today I'm doing a page in my planner, my Gabbydori. I purchased my Gabbydori from an Etsy shop. I can't remember the name, but I will post a link below on where I got that from. Firstly, I'm just showing you a couple of weeks of pages that I've done. So here we go. First I'm going to just use some bit of clear gesso and put a little bit down on my page because I've decided I want to do a little bit of a mixed media feel this week, and I needed to protect my page because I was going to be using some gelatos. So I've just used a $2 scraper tool that I picked up from the art shop and just scraped that on there. Now I'm just using my heat tool to dry it to speed up the process because I'm impatient and I just want to get to it. So it doesn't take long to dry. And I found with this notebook that I had printed at Officeworks, a stationery shop here in Australia, that the paper was quite good. So it held the mixed media very well. So here this is a stencil of a girl that I have drawn before, and I cut a stencil out of her face so I could use it over and over again. Instead of tracing it, I used a bit of plastic and made a stencil of her face. So all I've done here is I've just traced out my stencil, filling in some details with my grey lead, so I can get ready to get her painted. I'm just doing her eyes here. I normally use a stencil to get the roundness of her eyes perfect, but because it's just my planner, I just wanted to just wing it and see how she turned out. So that was quite easy, just some flowy hair there, and we're set to go. So now I'm pulling out my gelatos. Oh, first there, I found the grey lead was a little bit too dark, and I didn't really want it to show through my gelatos, so I decided to erase it back a little bit using my just an ordinary eraser. So here we go, starting off with my gelatos. I just put a little bit on the paper, just spray my finger with a little bit of water just to get it moving, and just rubbed it in. The first colour was like a skin colour peachy gelato. I can't remember the name of it. And then I just added a bit of white gelato to lighten up some areas, and just used my finger with a little bit of water and just blended it all in to try and create a nice skin tone for my girl. As you can see, I'm just using it to darken some of the areas to give her a sort of a bit of dimension on the page. Hopefully that's the end goal. And as you can see, just rubbing it in, and basically that's how easy gelatos are to use. They're very quite simple, they're fun, I love them. I have a range of colours. You can buy them in packs of 4, I think, or you can buy them in a big box. I have seen them at Spotlight here in Australia, and I have actually seen them in Big W here in Australia as well. So that's pretty awesome that you don't have to go to a specialty shop. I'm finding here in my husband rang, so I had to stop recording, so I've come back. They always ring at the wrong time. So here I am, just adding a little bit of pink, so she's got a bit of a cheek, and a blue, sort of an aqua bluey colour for her hair. which like, if you all know me, I love aqua. That's just my favourite colour. My whole house is aqua. I just love aqua. Anyway, so she's going to have bluey aqua hair, because that's my thing. And again, I'm just adding the white gelato to add some highlights to her hair, just to give it a bit of depth. And so she's just not so flat on the page. I was saying before about the gelatos. You can get them at Spotlight. I've seen them at Spotlight, and I've seen them at Big W here in Australia. In Australia at the moment, we don't really have any scrapbooking shops available to us. Normally we get all our products online, and that, so to find a common shop like Big W and Spotlight to carry such a product is pretty awesome. So I'm just here adding a little bit for her lips and using a bit of a blending tool there I use, because my fingers were too big to blend in her lips. So that's just a little blending stub that I think I picked up at a $2 shop or something. It was in a pack for a couple of dollars, and I'm just using that to blend it in because my fingers are too fat. Just to blend in that colour, and I've added a darker blue over the top just to give her eyes a little bit of dimension as well, so it's just not just plain flat. There we go. A little bit more white gelato there on her face, blending that in using the stump, and there we go. So yeah, what do I do now? Now I'm outlining with just a basic black pen and a black marker. I think it was a 0.3 tip, which is probably about my favourite tip. I'm more tend to stick to the 0.3, 0.5 tips. I really like the fine. As you'll see as I'm going around the outline, that the gelatos are clogging up my pen, and I am using a bit of sketch paper there to clean it off, and which isn't good for your marker. So I think that marker is now dead, but we'll soon see when I go to use it next time. If not, I'll just have to pick one up down. I think I got that one from Officeworks as well for a couple of dollars. It wasn't that much. I go through markers very, very quickly, so it's not a big deal. But I'm just doing her outline of her face, neck, and just done the details in her lips. And now I'm just doing that to her hair. There you go. See how you can see I'm cleaning off the nib there, because yeah, it was getting clogged. Okay, I think I turn the camera off again for a minute, and what I've done here is I've used my Tombow markers, and I've filled in her eye and eyelid with the black Tombow marker, and I've used the Aqua Tombow marker to put some more highlights in her hair. If you don't know, the Tombow markers are water soluble, so that means I can activate them with water. So as you can see here, I'm just using a water brush pen, and I'm just activating that water and sort of blending it out a bit to give it a bit more of a flowy look. I've also added a little bit more to her lips to sort of redden them up a bit. Now you're going to see me have a big fight with my white pens. White pens and I don't seem to get along at all. I always have trouble trying to find ones that will work for me, and so on. So I've tried 2 white pens there to start off with, and they just weren't working. This is now just a Sharpie. Normally Sharpies don't like me at all, but for some reason it's working today, so feeling a little bit happy about that. But I still do fight with it a little bit, because white pens and I we don't like each other. That's all there is to it. I've just come to that conclusion. So now I've just added a little bit more of the Tombow marker and blended that out just to darken that area. and as you can see, I'm just not liking that sharp. It's not giving me the highlights in the eyes that I like. It's just not working. Just a little bit more pink for her cheek, and some white just to blend that out. Oops, there we go. See, Sharpie, white pens and eyes do not like each other. Oh, and up there you can see I've put a black mark on her face. I do that a lot. My fingers get so dirty doing the process that yeah. So I've just pulled out a baby wipe and cleaned that off. It comes off pretty easily. And also just had to add some more details back in her nose. So now we're coming up to the end of the video. I will finish off the video off camera because my camera was about to die. I'd started to run out of room, so I had to stop recording. So I will show pictures of the finished page at the end. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you.